they're like referencing their past works and others albums. So there's too much to explain. Watch an explanation video for this too.
Mm. Well, the one scene where he's coming into the light, that's usually pretty symbolic.
Yes. Awakening. That comes off later in another song, and he like disappears, and it's their work is an anthology, man. You can't just listen to one album. I didn't expect that. Okay. Hello, everybody. It's me, Brian. This is my buddy, Claude.
Hello.
And we are back with another reaction for you today. We are going to be watching Fake Love, the official music video or the extended version, the rock version. And then we're going to be watching a live performance as well, because BTS is always better live. I love this song. Fake Love is like kind of like a mix rock pop song. I think it's kind of like a headbanging song. So I think you're really going to love it. But anyways, let's just pop on our headphones because music's always better with headphones on. And we'll pop on over to my other screen and we'll listen to Fake Love together. I'm excited for this. I haven't seen this version, extended version. And I love this song. So it's a good one.
They definitely go hard on their sets.
Oh yeah, production value through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
I'll move this a little closer to you. Microphone. Whoa, Jungkook. I'm gonna pause right there. So you can't see, but his leg's bopping. I can see it kind of bopping a bit.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think so far?
Yeah, I like the guitar in it. That was definitely a nice touch. Like, I couldn't imagine trying to do the levels on these songs because I wouldn't know what to put out or whatever. But again, great production value.
Mm-hmm. I love the lyrics of this song. I don't know why they just hit deep for me. I can't relate to them, but I can kind of relate to them.
I think you can. You just might not see it in the same way. You know what I mean? Like
what the context they're singing it in.
Well,
maybe
because I don't know. Even without the context, because like think about like most friends nowadays are nowhere near the friends that people had. You know, I shouldn't say that. It was so much better back in the day. That's not what I'm trying to say. But like people don't develop deep connections nowadays usually, especially like after COVID. It seems like a lot of people don't realize all the fear they have in public or with people. You know what I mean? It's not as easy to see people.
And you're so used to being locked up.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're around people again. It's like, oh.
I thought I had anxiety as a kid. Man, that was nothing. That was just normal fear. Now it's like I go into a Walmart and if there's too many people, I'm like, I can shop later.
Yep. I should have ordered online.
Yeah.
Yep. I get you saying.
Mm-hmm.
Just for you. 전부 바꿔서. Just for you. 나를 너무. Who are you? Hey, 우리만의 수. 너는 없어. 내가 왔던 루. 잊어버렸어. 나도 내가 누구였는지도 잘 모르게 돼. 겨울에다 찌꺼려봐. 너는 대체 누구래? 위해서라면 한숨도 깊은 척할 수가 있었어. 널 위해서라면 난 아파도 강한 척할 수가 있었어. 사랑이 사람만은 너 완벽
love that. I love that lyric. Man, I've gone through this whole Love Yourself trip now. I've completed all my reactions to the Love Yourself albums. It's hard to go this far back into it before they learn to love themselves. It's like, man, like the sacrifices they did just for somebody to love them. It's like, oh.
I was going to ask you what he means by fake love, because I mean, there's a lot of really good music kind of interpretation for fake love, but it's always very specific.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to generalize, you know, like for instance, 3 Libras by A Perfect Circle.
Yes.
Like how he talks about how nobody loves him. They love, you know, Maynard,
Yeah.
James Keenan, like the rock star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for this, I imagine it's so far, if just from the little I know about these guys, it would seem it's more maybe the same, but also for them, it's more of an inward fake love. Basically, like you're trying to love yourself and you're trying to take pride in what you do, but really there's nothing there.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I'm picking up on so far.
Yeah. Yeah. With most BTS stuff, there's multi-layered meanings. And as you go through the song, one verse will mean one thing, another verse will mean another type of fake love. But yeah, it's definitely that.
Yeah.
It's self-love, it's other love, because you can't love others unless you have self-love. So like they didn't love who they were, so they changed completely who they were so this person would love them. Do you really love that person if you're not yourself?
Yeah. Or do they really love you?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I get from it. Partially that's what I get from it, but more things than just that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why you stop? I don't know. 나 몰라. 웃어봐. 사랑해. 말해봐. 나를 봐. 나조차도 버린다. 너조차 이해할 수 없는 나. 낯설다 하는 네가 좋아하던 나를 편한 내가 아니라 하는 예전에 네가 잘 알고 있던 내가 하는 게 뭐가 돼? 난 너보다 사랑은 너가 사랑. I don't know why.
Were the candy bars specifically a thing, or specifically that it was all like name brand stuff?
No, it's an actual thing. You want to let him know down below. I forgot what it was exactly, but there's a very specific reference that they're doing for that. I don't want to misquote and put out information that's not totally reliable. So I'm going to cut what I'm going to say to him. We'll just go back a bit here.
사랑은 너가 사랑. I don't know why. 나도 날
Or Hobie.
모르겠어. I just know why. 'Cause it's a fake love, fake love, fake love.
So much going on right now. So much to explain. And it's hard to remember all of it. Like a video game.
Life is so bad, no we ain't been 키웠어 널 위해서라면 난 아파도 강한 척할 수가 있었어 사랑이 사랑만으로 완벽하기에 내 모든 약점들은 다 숨겨지기에 이루어지지 않는 꿈속에서 피울 수 없는 꽃을 키웠어
Man, so oh, that's right. This is the extended version. They're like referencing their past works and others' albums, so there's too much to explain. Watch an explanation video for this too.
Well, the one scene where he's coming into the light, that's usually pretty symbolic.
Yes, awakening. That comes off later in another song, and he like disappears, and it's their work is an anthology, man. Can't just listen to one album. I didn't expect that. Okay, that was different.
Is that like a stone from a pyramid?
It looked like it. It looked like a square stone. I'm sure there was a symbolic meaning for sure. I'm not sure what it was.
Well, I mean, if what you were saying so far, and the little I can interpret, I imagine that that's them trying to kill this person they've created and going back to, because from like, I don't know, I could be completely wrong on this, but this is what I was kind of getting.
And that's okay on this channel. It's what you think and how you feel. And then we learn what it really is later.
Because I think anybody who's dealt with this, which is probably anybody, if you've really found real love in your life, like, you go to this point where like the fake it till I make it, and then you realize that doesn't work. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then the one part, it was very beautiful because it's like when you finally realize what love really is, and the lyrics where he's like, "I wish love was blah," or
was perfect as love itself.
Yeah, but most people don't know what love is. You know what I mean? So once you have it, a lot of people don't see it. But for the ones it seemed like he could see it, like he found it and he loved for himself. Mm-hmm. You know, it was actually a beautiful moment. But if that's what it means, I imagine at the end they're like, all right, I don't need to be this person anymore because I can be happy with myself and my fans allow me to be myself. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yes. They found a lot of acceptance from ARMY. And I think just they would have without being famous maybe. But, you know, these guys are something else. I definitely was not thinking like that in my early 20s.
We know everything. You don't need to tell me.
Yeah.
I remember how I was. If I had a conversation with myself at 23, like, I don't hit people, but I probably want to hit myself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm not a violent person, but I'd be like, oh, my God, why do people talk to you?
Well, it's more personal, obviously, because you're like, you know how many problems you're going to give us because of this bad thinking?
Yeah, exactly, right? You dumb. Are you ready to watch this live now? Because BTS is better live.
I'm ready to see what kind of set pieces they have and how they try to interpret it. I'll definitely go to see what they actually mean with a lot of that stuff, though. We literally just talked about this earlier. So the representation you get in a lot of like fictional dystopian futures, beautiful buildings, but everything's dead. Nobody's happy.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. God, the universe is weird like that. All of a sudden it's like, here's a thing you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll say it later.
We'll say it later. It's hard not to pause it a lot, isn't it? Right. Pause one more time.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
No, it's weird because you probably got that subconsciously. And you're like, oh, let's do this song.
I was thinking about Fake Love earlier today when you're like, I will come over. I was like, ooh, I really want to hear Fake Love. Because I listened to it the other day and I was driving and I just cranked it up to like 30 in my car. I was like my mirrors were moving. I was like, yeah. And I'm sure people were like, look at that weirdo. No captions.
사랑이 사랑만은 완벽하기에 내 모든 게 참 다르다
That hurt my back so much.
세상을 저는 just for you 전부 바꿨어 just for you 나를 know it for you Hey 우리만의 tools 너는 없었어 내가 왔던 route 잊어버렸어 나도 내가 누구였는지도 잘 모르게 돼 거울에다 찍어내봐 너는 대체 누구니
So that was Hobie there. He's the one where I'm like, ooh, we should watch his concert of his solo work. He did Jack in the Box. That whole album is a whole storyline too. Starts with Pandora's box getting opened. And he comes out and he's Hope. It comes out of Pandora's box.
I was just gonna say, who is Hope?
His name is J-Hope. I call him, but his name is J-Hope. That's his stage name. But yeah, that was amazing. But like Pandora's box, I crank that too because the bass in that, it's just really bassy. That's like a new metal rock album.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of bass. It's just like, there's distortion. There's the music video for More almost takes directly from Korn with the bullet flying.
Really?
Yeah, it's something else, dude.
I kind of hate that how people put a bad rap on like the popular scenes of new metal instead of like looking at it at what it is. You know what I mean?
Nobody's more snobby than metal fans. Yeah.
Oh, most Jesus.
I say that as a metalhead. I'm so snobby. They're like, check out this metal band. I'm like, ooh, it sounds kind of tinny.
Yeah, I can't really do all the emo screams. You know what I mean? But it's like, come on, let people like what they like and understand what it's about.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's continue Fake Love.
나도 내가 누구였는지도 잘 모르게 돼 거울에다 찍어내봐 너는 대체 누구니 위해서라면 아직도 더 깊게 척할 수가 있었어 널 위해서라면 난 아파도 강한 척할 수가 있었어
Yeah, Jimin.
사랑이 사랑만이 너무 완벽하게 내 모든 척들은 다 숨겨지게 이루어지지 않는 꿈속에서 피울 수 없는 꽃을 키웠어 Light so bad, 날 위해 뱉어질 삶이 전에 You're so bad, 날 지워놔 여기 better 해 Light so bad, 날 위해 뱉어질 삶이 전에 You're so bad, 날 지워놔 여기 better 해 I'm so sick of this fake love
I love this performance. This is great.
I don't know, 나 몰라 웃어봐 사랑해 말해봐 나를 봐 나조차 버리나 너조차 이해할 수 없는 나
So that is Namjoon right there. His solo stuff just came out too. He has a song called Lonely. And it's like, yeah, I'm fucking lonely. Like, his 20s were rough. He had a love that was lost. You know, they broke up. It seems like, I'm wondering now if this is referencing that as well around that time frame. It's just weird because like I've heard all their solo work now since I've first reacted to this. Like I've listened to it, but now I'm like once again like really diving deep and paying attention. And it's like, oh, okay. I wonder if this is also linked to that time period. His solo work is great too. He's really soulful. It's like old school R&B, 90s R&B. It's rap. It's really good.
It's a fake love, fake love, fake love. 나였어 bad, 나였어 bad. 널 위해 밤까지 살펴보네. 나였어 mad, 나였어 mad.
I'd be so tired. I'd be like,
위해서라면 난 아파도 강한 척할 수가 있었어. 사랑이 사랑만은 또 완벽하길 내 모든 기적들은 다
breakdown
숨겨지길
so good.
이루어지지 않는 꿈속에서 피울 수 없는 꽃을 키웠어.
The hand drops. Oh, there's more. God, their live shows are just ridiculous. Like,
It's half the reason I want to go to a lot of East Asian countries is to go see concerts.
yeah. Here, say, speak. Watch them all disappear now. Oh, I thought they were going to disappear into the crowd. The symbolism. Army's just like, oh my, what did we just watch? Man, I
They
love
did a
that
good
song.
job of whoever did the, I don't even know what that's called because I don't do movies or videos, but whoever was picking like the frames was pretty good
Oh.
because, and of course I don't know anybody's names yet specifically, but
Mhm.
earlier on you could see like I was looking in, like it looked like the guy was on wheels, and I'm like, what are his feet doing?
Dude, yeah, they're so smooth.
Yeah.
The camera work is great. I can't imagine the planning that goes into having to get the good shot and have them centered and like where they're supposed to be and what timing and like what move they want to focus on.
Mhm.
I do have a gripe. There's a lot of times during lives when Jimin will just like belt out a note and he'll go down and they'll zoom out. Like, ooh, zoom out. He's singing and like showing the crowd. It's like, no, show him. Don't zoom
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Show him screaming.
Yeah.
Don't zoom out when somebody's doing that. You gotta show like their emotion on their face. And then they'll cut back right to when he breaks it. And they'll like show like a little bit. I'm like, why? It's every time. It's every time. I don't know.
A lot of that stuff, man, it's weird because like I'm sure I kind of have like tunnel vision on some of these things. Not saying I know a ton about the idol industry, but after watching that newest anime I was telling you about earlier about idols,
Mm-hmm.
and they get more into like the production life and literally like how much camera time you get or this and that based on who has the bigger production company and whoever has more money behind them, and oh well they can't outperform this person because they're not the star of the show, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh my god.
Thank God they're not like that. They're all like, they
Well-
don't care who gets more or anything like that. And
Well, in the show, the characters themselves don't usually seem to be greedy. It's the
Mm.
people putting money in.
yeah,
And you do, of course, once in a while get the people who are like, well, I want to be big. I don't care about you. I'll do whatever I have to do. But
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure that happens. Oh, I'm sure that happens. And I know groups over here, that's usually what breaks up groups are egos.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the great bands, usually what breaks
Smashing
them up
Pumpkins.
is- yeah. Yeah.
Billy Corgan, he even admitted he was wrong in that. I don't know. Sorry, sidetrack it, but this is interesting. Billy Corgan,
We could go off on rock stuff, but
lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins, he was young, so he didn't realize that just him taking these, when they ask him, well, we just want you on the cover of the magazine. We just want you on this. And he's like,
Hmm.
more money? Yeah, sure. and he didn't realize that his band was going to be mad at him.
Yep. Or like No Doubt with
Oh,
Gwen
yeah.
Stefani, where they're like, we just want you on the cover, and she's just like, well, what about the band? They're like, sure. Then they crop them out. It's like, that's not, that sucks. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please hit like, please hit subscribe. That does help out. Please share this video as well. That helps out more than you know. But until next time, take care of yourself, take care of others, take it easy.
Take care.
This reaction was made possible because of viewers like you. Thank you.